All right, what's up, guys and gals? We are about to tie, if I can get my phone in the phone holder and get you guys positioned right. Let's see. Let's see, I don't know. I'm trying to work out the kinks with this light. Trying to figure out where the best spot for it is. I'm thinking something like that. All right, so we're gonna tie, what's up, TJ's Cool Adventures? We're gonna tie like 20 jigs, but we're gonna give them away to some random person at my local city dock just as a blessing. And so let's get our stuff together. It's been a while since I've done a live. And Mike Outdoors, what's up? So let's hope that this goes well. It'd be really cool to go bless some people and just give them some jigs. I've already got color ideas in mind. And it is that time of year. Everybody is out crappie fishing. And so I feel like it's the perfect time to just go give away some random jigs. We better get our hook colors picked out. We're gonna go 5 of these ones. Whoa. These will be like our Crush 'em series jigs. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 orange ones because we're gonna do the orange Crush 'ems. We'll actually probably start with the orange, then we'll go to the chartreuse. Yeah, we'll do it like that. I got a good reason. This will be like a part 2. I'm gonna not, because my phone don't get service at my local city lake. So when I go there, I'm gonna do like a, oh, if you guys haven't already, please share this out. Hang on, give me a second. All right, I think that's much better. I don't think you guys are getting blinded nearly as bad. Anyway, please share this out. We're close to our goal on YouTube. It's pretty cool. We're getting pretty close. Let's see, we got 5 of those. We'll just start with these 10 and we'll go from there, because if we get much more than that on the table, it just starts to become a little much. Okay, so we're going to use plenty of these black feathers. So we'll get out a few. We've also been watching some jig tying videos, so we've learned a few more tricks. We'll probably start out with that many of those. And we will pull out a few orange feathers. And yeah, let's get started. We got our scissors. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to separate these feathers like so. We're going to snip off the very top. Boom. And then we're going to go in like 1/2 inch sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that covers all of the orange Crush 'em series jigs. Uh-oh. We've got to get our bearings together. It's been a little while since we've been on here together, guys. Mike Outdoors, I've been fishing. Fishing and fishing and working and working. Working my life away. I got to find my jig tying whip, but we're not going nowhere fast. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Okay, so we got that. We got our thread. We got our black feathers cut. All right, I think we're ready to start. Let's go. What have you guys been up to is a question. I've just been doing the same old stuff, minus the lives. So what I've been doing on this Crush 'em series of jigs that I've been tying, I know I should have been tying them on camera, but I haven't been. As I start out with a black base, and then we're going to go and we're going to use an orange feather, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then that starts getting a little thick on that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now we got plenty of those. And see, I'm leaving that little stem in the feather. Then I'll just pull these feathers down like so. Pull them down. I'm going to put it off to one side of the jig. And then when I put the other one on there, I'm going to put it on the other side of the jig. Go all the way down. Have I been hunting? No. No, I was supposed to go, and then I just got so busy with work, and I went to Costa Rica, and I just never got a chance, really. I could have made time. I should have, but between like basketball and all my girls' sports, cheer, and all the stuff that they've got going on, sometimes life gets a little busy. I don't always get to do what I want to do. We'll just put it that way. Most of the time I do, though. Oh, crap. We're almost out of this orange chenille. So this will be, I guess, perfect timing. We're going to go orange on this one. What do you guys think about this warmer weather? And the spring weather's been amazing. Oh yeah, that's a nice jig right there. You guys tell me what you guys would like to see more of on this channel. That jig will do it, guys. We gotta tie a handful more, and we'll get down through there. It's windier than dog snot here. It's windy. Everybody, wherever you're from, tell me what the weather's like where you're at. Here in Oklahoma, like I said, it's the temperature's nice, but windy. We had a dust storm like last Friday, I think. I think it was Friday. The temperature's perfect. Frazic bar. The temperature's perfect, and the 50 and sunny, that ain't too bad. Is it windy, though? The wind is what makes it horrible. If it's not too windy, 50 could be really nice. Here in Oklahoma, we've got wind gusts it's like 20 miles an hour. Yeah. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Yeah, that wind is horrible right now. We had wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour Friday. And me and the family, we went camping anyways. We ended up catching some big catfish. So that was fun. What does everybody think about? My cousin was in Oklahoma. Certainly they were safe. There was a lot of people in Oklahoma that didn't make it out so safe, I guess. I don't really know. I don't watch the news that much. Oh, he lives in Oklahoma? Heck yeah. What part of Oklahoma do you know? I'm in Sapulpa. I want to come down there to Texas and go fishing for gar. You guys got the giants down there. Weston Outdoors, heck yeah. I don't think I could spell marabou right either, so you're fine with me. Coleman, Oklahoma. You live by any of those rivers that have the big gar down there in Texas? You guys got big catfish, big bass. Oh, Coleman. Oh. Yeah, you guys got some. I watch that TY Pig Patrol, Thai Pig Patrol or whatever, and that dude is a hammer. You guys got double digits everywhere. You do in LA? You guys got double digits there? I mean, double digits are caught here in Oklahoma, but just not like Texas. Texas has got it going on. For sure, no doubt. Sorry if I look all roughed up and dirty. I literally just walked through the door. Haven't even ate supper. I started eating it, and then I started tying jigs immediately. I subbed you because I liked your stream. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Well, hopefully you like some of my other videos. I'm a multi-species angler. I don't just fish for just crappie or just bass. I fish for everything. I like catching catfish a lot just because they're giant. And I like setting trout lines. I'm not a really conventional YouTuber in the sense of they're all trying to catch catfish on rod and reel. I'm not above throwing jug lines or limb lines or trout lines. Matter of fact, that's the kind of stuff that I grew up doing. So I know that there's a lot of people against it, but if it's done right, and if you watch my videos, I throw most of the fish back. So I think it's a great way to find out what's in an area before you don't dedicate a lot of your time and life. You should make a blue, white, and yellow. It's a good minnow color. Blue, white, and yellow. I don't have any blue jig heads, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll use those colors. We'll use a white jig head, blue feathers, and yellow chenille. Yeah, that's not bad. 34 is pretty good. But yeah, I like running trout lines and limb lines and jug lines and all that stuff. And you know, I turn most of them loose. We do eat fish at my house, but we don't eat no trophies or nothing. Do you catch OP or flathead? Well, I catch blues and flatheads. The flatheads are a little bit more elusive here in Oklahoma because literally everybody's targeting flatheads here in Oklahoma. And we have pretty loose trout line laws and jug line laws. Like, you're allowed to have I think you're allowed to have 45 jug lines with 3 hooks per jug, and then you're allowed to have 75 hooks per trout line, and I think you're allowed to have 3. What's my PB? My PB catfish. My PB catfish is 43-pound blue cat. But I've caught all kinds of other big fish because now I've caught sailfish, and I've caught on my PB bass 7 pounds. Yeah, I really like bass too. I need to get My wife, she's more of a bass fisher woman. She loves bass fishing. I need to get her out more. I need to take her out and get her on some bass. We found some little pits I want to take her to. I don't know if you guys can relate or how you guys' fishing is where you're at geographically in America. But in Oklahoma, we have a bunch of abandoned like strip pits where they mined for coal. And yeah, there's a lot of freaking bass in the strip pits, and they get big for Oklahoma, 7-8 pounds. And like I said, people do catch 10-pounders in Oklahoma. It's just not a, I think our state record, I want to say, is like 14 or 15 pounds. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I've kept up with it. By a while, since I was like 16. But yeah, we got some pretty decent bass here in Oklahoma. It's just that you got down in Texas, it stays warmer for longer. And so the bass have a bigger appetite for longer, and you guys have, a lot of people have stocked the F1s, which are like a Florida and northern strain bass. I think they get the aggression from the northern, and then the size from the Florida strain bass. I think they call it a F1, but I know a lot of people like in Texas and stuff at like farm ponds or just ponds in general in Texas stock F1s, and then Texas just naturally has good genetics on top of it. So you guys have those warmer months for longer, and the warmer the water is for the longer amount of time, it increases the fish's metabolism, and so they have to eat for more out of that time of the year. Yeah, Dalton Odom, tiger bass are awesome. Bama Bass is giving some away. He stocked his pond with them, and now they've been reproducing, and as a way to control the population, he's giving away the bass. If you're willing to drive to Alabama, he's catching them out of there and then keeping them in these little containers and keeping them alive. And you already have a good head start on like how big they are. If I had a pond and the money and the time, I'd probably be on my way to Alabama to go get me some of them tiger bass. We are going to make somebody's day when we go give these jigs away. Somebody is going to have a heck of a day. Hopefully they don't react weird. Someone stocked them in my friend's pond. I caught a little baby on my fly rod and put it in my friend's tank. Heck yeah. Yeah, I love fishing too. Here, let me get you guys out of this little stand. I want to show you guys something. I haven't put this on YouTube yet because I wanted to make sure that he was going to live. And he made it through the night. And hopefully he don't die now that I'm showing you guys. But that's our baby blue cat. So this should be interesting. There's the flathead. I've had him for over a year. He's just healthy as ever. They got their little minnows. There's a crawdad that lives underneath that rock. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't see his whiskers hanging out. Usually they're poking out, but he's somewhere in there. Mr. Blue Cat wants some attention. Anyhow, let's go back to tying some jigs. I'll keep you guys updated on that blue catfish. I think he's going to be an awesome addition to the tank. And hopefully the flathead is kind of stuck up. He likes to hang out underneath that rock and not do much. And hopefully I can get the blue catfish to train a little bit easier, because it hasn't worked at all this far with the flathead. I mean, he'll eat out of my fingers, but I have to literally put my whole arm in the tank and dangle the worm right in front of his face. And I don't want it to be like that. I want him to come up to the top, but he's stuck in his ways, I guess. When it warms up, I want to study him for a little bit longer. So the main thing, studying these fish for the past year, or the flathead, he stays in the same spot. The flathead, he doesn't really have a name, but they need names. Yeah, they need names. I turned my bass loose. You guys that have been on the channel for a while have seen him. He got big. He got like almost a foot long. I had him for a year. When I got him, he was like this big, like 5 or 6 inches big. And so he doubled in size, and he was eating so many minnows that I just had to turn him loose. And so I know the study on the bass went great. All they do is eat. The flathead, they stay in the same spot. They stay near structure. They don't move around a whole lot. And I've only had the blue catfish in there for 1 day. This is actually, we're coming up on the 24-hour mark right now. And the blue catfish has not stopped moving. Jerry. Let me see if I got a pen right here handy to write that down, because I'll forget. Jerry for the flathead or Jerry for the blue cat? Dalton Odom, I want a red tail too, but I also want a gar. So I'm thinking about a baby long nose gar. But, you know, we'll see. Weston Outdoors, let me know when Mike Outdoors, that's awesome. I hope you have a great time. I hope you get to do some saltwater fishing too. The flathead Jerry. Okay, and then you guys come up with a name or comment some names, and if I like it, I'll pick one. But the flathead's name is Jerry, but you guys can name the blue cat too. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I really don't want to get rid of my flathead, but I don't want him to be... He's grown quite a bit too, and I don't want him to be stuck in that tank. And but at the same time, I've raised him, and me and him are buddies, and I don't want him... I literally put my hands under the water with worms in my fingers and feed him to him. And I don't want him to get up. What up, Tennessee boy? You're right where the fish are too. You got them giant fish over there in Tennessee. You guys got them hog stripers and hog catfish. You guys got all the good fish, actually. Mike Outdoors, I hope you guys have a safe trip to Florida. Dalton Odom, my aunt's pond back in 2013, someone caught a 13-pound bass. Until this day, no one else has caught it, and they still see it time to time. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, my girls are on spring break right now. We just got back. We went camping for 4 days, and we caught some nice ones. You guys can look it up and see it on my channel. When we get off here, I put out a video of the trout lining journey, and like I said, it was pretty cool. I mean, we had a lot of fun, caught a lot of fish, posted some fish on here. We played a lot of silly games too. Dalton Odom, you're down in Georgia. Yeah, man, you guys are in a freaking nice part of the country. Oklahoma's great, don't get me wrong. We got like, every state has like their fish that they're known for. And Oklahoma, it's the paddlefish. That's what we get our reputation for. And every year, so we break our own world record. Tennessee Boy 101, thank you, I appreciate it. I really do. And but yeah, here in Oklahoma, we're all the time breaking our own world record on the spoonbill, and they get close to 300 pounds. They're pretty awesome. Let's tie up some of these yellow or chartreuse and black Crush 'em series jigs. Should be pretty good. Has anyone else got the sniffles? I mean, is it just me or is it that time of the year? Yeah, spoonbill are a freaking riot. I've got videos on here of catching spoonbill with a light tackle. And yeah, they're quite a bit of fun. I've also got just regular snagging videos where I catch some giants and stuff like that, but giants being like 90 pounders, 90 plus pounders. But we got big catfish too. There's people all the time catching 60s and 70s. But our jug liners here, they're bad. They eat all the big catfish they catch. There is no shame in their game. And like I said, I'm not the one to judge, so I don't like it particularly, but it's not against the law, so there ain't nothing I can do about it. When you catch a fish that weighs 70 pounds and you decide to eat it instead of throw it back, I mean, you're eliminating not only your chance at potentially breaking, catching and breaking the world record, but you're running it for everybody else too, is what I feel like. But like I said, it's not against the law to eat a trophy catfish. I don't like it, but it's not against the law. So, but most of our catfish guides, they became pretty cool. They'll take you out on guided trips, but they have like rules that you're not keeping anything over a certain length or a certain weight. And I think that's really cool. And that's really smart on their behalf too, because 7 catfish feeds my family of 5. And it feeds us just fine. We'll have some left over. But some of these people, they'll want to keep that trophy, but that's a lot of meat. But also, some of the guides, like I was saying earlier, they put an end to that. Now they're letting you keep like the small catfish or the ones that are like 5 pounds, but they're guides. They're taking you out and they're putting you on a bunch of fish. You're bound to catch some big ones going with them, and then you turn the big ones loose and they'll flay all the smaller 5 and 6 pound catfish, and you'll have plenty of food too. Plus someone else will get that same memory because they'll get a shot at that fish. And so I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if the guides are doing that in every state, but the guides here in Oklahoma have definitely been. They post it right up front too, so they're taking pride in what they do and knowing that there'll be fish there the next year to catch. I don't keep big fish. I view them as grandparents, and you don't mess with the grandparents. That's right. You don't mess with the grandparents. Everybody, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. We're tying up these jigs. We're going to tie up 20 of them, and then we're going to go to my local city lake, and we're going to do a giveaway. We're just going to give them to the first person we see crappie fishing at my local city lake. And I mean, how cool is that? Somebody that might be having a bad day right now is about to just get blessed with, like, I don't even know, $70 worth of jigs for free, for nothing. I'm just going to tie up 20 jigs, walk up to the first person I see, first random person. I'm going to video it, of course. The first random person I see, and I'm going to give them 20 hand-tied custom jigs that I know catch fish in that lake. We're going to start doing it more often, guys. We're going to start doing this more often. I want everybody to be happy catching fish. And a lot of times I go up there and there'll be like people up there and their kids won't know what to fish with, and the parents really never fished, and then the And so the kids probably watched a YouTube video, and then they're like, I want to go fishing. So their parents go buy fishing poles and stuff, but they don't really know what they're doing, and their kids aren't catching fish. And I've gave so many people jigs, and I just feel like it's a good way to give back something. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go give some jigs away. That is built like a feather. Yeah. When they get wet, that black shows through a little bit more. And in dark water or stained water, sometimes you need a little bit of black to it helps them to key in on it and see it better. But in clear water, the light colors are already visible. So who all watching the live right now has a pike in their state? That's a bucket list fish of mine. Northern pike. I'd love to catch a muskie too, but fish of 1,000 casts, and I don't live somewhere where they have muskies, so I don't know if I'll ever get a chance at them, but oh, 10,000. Yeah, I want to get one. I'd love to go have the opportunity to chase after one. I mean, they're one of the cooler toothy fish, I think. The lures, everything about them is really pretty cool. The lures that you use to catch them, the tackle, the rods, I mean, everything about them is pretty cool. They're a pretty wild fish. So many casts with such a big bait, and then but when they do eat, they eat a big meal. That's just bonkers. Sturgeon is another bucket list fish of mine. You guys tell me what are your bucket list fish? I don't have northern pike, but we do have their cousin chain pickerel. Yeah, chain pickerel are pretty cool too. I mean, to me, I don't get to catch them or nothing, but they look about the same. I think the chain pickerel might be smaller, I believe. I see them on EPF, Extreme Philly Fishing sometimes. There's a creek in Missouri called Pickerel Creek. And I often wondered if there was pickerel in there or if they just called it that for some other reason. And I've never got a chance to stop there and fish it. You got 2 types of pike? That's freaking awesome. Really want to catch a halibut and peacock bass and maybe some snakehead. Well, guys, I'll tell you the fish that I caught that was so much fun that I really want to do it again. And that was tuna. Catching yellowfin tuna. They're like freaking footballs, dude. They fight so freaking hard. I don't know how to explain it. But they'll fight you straight up and down. They'll fight you the whole way into the boat. The sailfish, they're like acrobatic and they're really cool to catch, but their fight is totally different. They kind of swim towards the boat a lot, and they go airborne a lot, and that's all really cool. But if you really just want a freaking tug of war with the fish, the tuna is the way to go. And you wanting to catch the peacock bass, Dalton Odom, I've watched the videos on them. I think that they're about, they're clearly not the same size, but as far as the fight goes, peacock bass get down. They'll fight you all the way in. They're a very interesting fish as well. I was actually going to tie a jig that I used, but I don't see any. I don't remember the colors I used. I believe I tied it with a. It's in one of my videos. The video I caught the trout in. I used a pink jig. Let's see if I even have where the stuff is. I should have it somewhere handy. I use this pink chenille and these pink feathers, and I caught a 2-pound trout the other day, a rainbow. And the trout fight really hard too. He fought me all the way in, pulled drag and everything. He fought really nice, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I was not expecting to catch that trout. I was expecting to catch a bluegill, a crappie, a small bass, and that I was fishing a stock trout lake. But usually by this time of year, they stop stocking in January, and so usually by now people have already pretty well thoroughly fished them out, and so I wasn't expecting that at all. And that was the first time I'd caught a trout out of that lake. I usually, when they start stocking trout in there, you get so many people there that I just lose interest in it. And it's no fault of the people. I just, their taxes pay for it too, so I'm not bashing them or nothing. But I don't like fishing that small of an area with 1,000 people. And so I just go there usually after the trout fishing's done, and then I won't go again because they'll stock catfish in the summer, and so then I'll quit going there then too. But that trout was so much fun that it's pretty well got me over my not wanting to go around 1,000 people, because that fish was fun to catch. Or maybe I'll just stick to going later in the season, because maybe there's more fish there to catch than I think. Heck yeah, Weston Outdoors. Yeah, we're just still getting on down through there tying these jigs. We got 3 more of these ones to tie, I believe. Yeah, we're getting down through there. This is completely irrelevant, but I want to show you guys this jig. I need to buy some more of the jig heads, but I can't wait to tie some more of this style. They've became one of my favorites. And I can't wait to show you guys what the industrial park did to the woods next to our house, which, again, they own the property, so it ain't that big of a deal, but it sure did put an end to me going and playing in the woods right next door to my house. Yeah, I want to get into that too, making my own jig heads, but honestly, they're so gosh darn cheap. They're like $7 or $8 on Amazon, and I don't even know how many I get in there, like 50 or 100 or something like that. I think this one came with 100, the one I'm using right now, and they're 16th ounce heads, so they might have been a little bit more. They might have been like $12. Excuse me, guys. The allergies are whooping my butt. Whooping me. The wind, the allergies. It's horrible. At work today, we were working on these walls for like computer circuits or something. But it's like giant. It's bigger than a Connex building. And there was insulation in there, and that ain't helping my allergies at all either. Having to work around all that insulation. And so between the pollen and the wind and the dust, the insulation is not helping. Not helping one bit. I'll tell you what I really want to get into making, and that's my own sinkers. I would save so much money if I started tying, or not tying, but pouring my own sinkers. I would save so much money. I really just need 2 sinker molds too. 8-ounce. 8-ounce sinkers, no roll. Yeah, 8-ounce no roll sinkers. And 4-ounce no roll sinkers. And I would be set. We would be set. I don't know how well the lead out of car batteries works, but there used to be a lot of people that used the wheel weights, but now I heard that the wheel weights are made with a lot of tin and zinc, and so people are. I've read forums about it online, and people don't really like sinkers made out of wheel weights anymore. But I don't know if car batteries would be toxic to use. How I use actual sinkers. I've used some different stuff, nuts or sinker, or I've used all kinds of stuff, but heck, on trot lines I use window weights, or the latest has been my what do they call that? There's some kind of tow hitch for your camper. I forget what it's called. Sway bar. I use the sway bars for trot line weights. It works really good. Used to melt down sheets of lead to pour race car weights. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't even know what the price of lead is or where to get it since they started putting zinc in the wheel weights. As if lead wasn't already cheap enough, you know. Zinc. I didn't realize there'd be that big of a price difference, really. We got a couple wild hairs on this one. We better trim it up a little bit. There we go. If we had dirty lead, we would just scrape out all the trash. Yeah, you're right. I've seen that too. I've seen them when they melt it down. You're right. All the trash does float to the top. So I probably could get away with using the lead out of my car batteries, because we always save the batteries at my house, and then we say, well, when we go get a new battery, we're going to take this battery and get the core prize, and then next thing you know, I've got 30 car batteries at my house. Luckily, my father got to go into an old hospital, got tore down, and went in their x-ray rooms and took the lead walls. Yeah, my wife is a multi-modality tech. She actually used to strictly do x-ray at a clinic before she started working at the hospital, and yeah, that's right. They have lead-lined walls. They also have lead aprons. Okay. Yeah, that makes good sense. I need to tell my wife if they ever get rid of those lead aprons to get new ones, or, you know, surely they get wore out at some point. But they probably got like new covers for them or something. I'm sure they don't just throw them away. But if they did, that sure would be sweet. We're going to put a little bit more beef on this one. That last jig started slipping. Matter of fact, here, let's put some, we're going to put a dot of glue on it. We're going to put a dot of glue on it and hit it with some light. Sometimes if you don't get enough wraps on there, it'll, the feathers will spin on the jig. But that UV glue is pretty good, so we just locked it down. It ain't going nowhere now. We ain't got to worry about that. We want our jigs to be high quality. Yeah. You guys forgive me for the coughing. We're almost done with these black and chartreuse crush-them jigs. We are almost done with them. Oh yeah. I'll probably honestly go Friday. Seems like I have something to do Saturday. My daughters are Girl Scouts. I think we actually have a Girl Scout cookie booth sale or something like that going on. I don't remember. So I'll probably have to do that. Help with that. They got a lot of cookies to unload and all that snot, you know. But I will be fishing some point this week. I'll probably honestly go maybe tomorrow when I get off work. But Friday for sure, I don't work Friday. And so somewhere I'll be going fishing. I just don't know if I'm going to be going bass fishing, crappie fishing, or cat fishing yet. That'll all be based off of the weather and the water levels at the lake and whether we get any rain between now and then. I don't think we're supposed to, so. Going to break the fly tying stuff out again. I haven't fished in a while. Yeah, you should. It's a good time of year to get out there. It's a beautiful time of year. It's my favorite time of year. Not too hot, not too cold. Some days a little too windy, but what can you do? I'd like to get some rain. About 3 or 4 inches of rain would be nice. I know everybody's like, what? But we could use it. When that windstorm hit us, man, Oklahoma turned into the Dust Bowl again. I mean, it was bad. It's bad out there right now. You guys tell me what you think about that jig. That's my bluegill pattern. This time of year, I love fly fishing top water for bluegill. Yeah, I want to try some fly fishing too. I would like to go fly fishing for bluegill. It'd be pretty cool. Some people fish for carp here with a fly rod. I didn't really know carp ate flies like that, but they do. They do, in fact, eat flies. There used to be a guy that ran the bait store a while back, and he was pretty dedicated at it too. He caught a lot of crappie fly fishing too. It was kind of, I didn't know that crappie were really fly eaters either. But he would catch crappie all the time fly fishing. I seen him catch a bunch of little largemouth bass, but he was targeting the carp. He liked catching carp on fly rod. That was one of his go-to things. Yeah, I like some of those ocean boats, how they heck yeah, Christian Crafton, that's cool. I bet white bass are pretty neat to catch on there. They someone ties some hybrid flies for, catching hybrid white bass. If you caught a 10-pound hybrid on a freaking fly rod, you'd be in for the time of your life. Yeah, no doubt. The fight would be on. The carp they are fun. I want to do a carp fishing tournament here at the lake by my house. In the summer, they will sit flies off the surface of ponds. My favorite way to catch them here is with my bunny rod and long floats. That's freaking awesome. Like I said, I haven't. Oh, what it felt like, yeah. Yeah, I want to do a carp fishing tournament at my local city lake. The bad thing is I don't know if anyone would join it just because people are so anti-carp for whatever reason. What is this vise? It's a Dr. Fish fly tying vise or something. Let me see. I had the little pamphlet over here. I don't honestly know if I still have it anymore. I'm looking. These are my cat and dog things. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. It's a Dr. Fish something or another. I can't tell you the model number. I can't tell you the model number because I don't remember it. But thank you for getting me to looking for it because I just found these feathers that I haven't seen in a while. How do you feel about that rod? I thought about picking one up. Which rod? Oh, the bunny rod? Hang on, guys. I'm going to go blow my nose. I'll be right back. And I'm going to grab a bottle of water. Or two. I'm just so choked out. I freaking had to stop. I know that's probably getting annoying me coughing on here. But we made it through the chartreuse. We made it through the orange. TJ's Adventures, if you're still on here, we were going to go white, yellow, and blue. I don't remember the order in which I told you I would do the... Heck yeah. Let's see, I got the blue. Let's see, we got 5. 1. You said blue, white, and yellow, correct? I don't know if he's even still on here or not. Let's scroll back through these. Can't be too far away. It is a little ways away. Oh, Micah Outdoors, you're the one that said it. Okay. Blue, white, and yellow. We're going to go white, yellow, and blue. Just because I only have white jig heads, I don't have no blue ones. Yeah. White, yellow, and blue. Let me see what I've got going on here. White, yellow, and blue. You guys tell me right now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that I should go yellow body and blue tail feathers? Or do you think that I should go yellow tail feathers, blue body? Okay. Well, whatever I like. Let's tie. Scratch those white ones. I do have red. I'm going to tie red, white, and blue. Just because. Tennessee boy, tell me what you were going to say. I don't think I've ever tied a red, white, and blue jig, so I just figure why not? All right, Christian Crafton, you just give me a second. Let me tie these red, white, and blue ones real quick, and then you guys will have to remind me. Do a white and red. White and red, the whole thing, white and red. Or white body. All right, red head, white body, yellow feathers, or red feathers. Do white and red. Let me see if I have red feathers. I don't know if I have red feathers or not. You would think I would have them. I have every color, pretty much. We do have them. All right. We'll do this, and then you... Jig, I may catch a lot of crappie on keystone with pink head, purple body, and chartreuse tail. I don't know if... Yeah, I got some pink heads somewhere. Okay, I got some, like, I think these are 64th of an ounce pink ones. I don't know if I want to do those today. I'll tie one up so that way I'll remember that pattern. But I'm not going to tie them up to give them away, because usually people don't like fishing with jigs smaller than a 16th, and I'm kind of crazy, so I like a 64th on ultralight, like 4-pound test or less. So I will. Guys. Hello? All right, we're back. Someone tried to phone call me. Okay, we're gonna tie up this these red jigs real quick with the white body. Then we'll go back and we'll tie up some other stuff. Yeah, I've never used these red feathers. I don't like how stiff they are. But we can still use like half of the feather. We'll cut it like right here. We'll throw this part away. Garbage. And there's plenty of them here, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. All right, I appreciate it. I need to change out my thread. This is the closest thing that I have to like really red, so we're gonna run it. We will run it. This thread is a pain in the butt to get started. There we go. All right, let's run it. Yeah, this is gonna look pretty Christmassy right here. I think it's gonna be pretty sharp. I got a buddy that likes red jigs. He runs them a lot at Uluga. I've tied him up some custom ones. He wanted white heads, a white jig head. I've got some around here somewhere, because I don't want to lie to you guys and tell you what pattern it was, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it might be in this box. No, it's not. I've got a box of them around here somewhere, just because every jig I tie a couple for myself. So that way I'll remember the pattern. Because if I don't, I'll space case out, and then I'll never remember what jigs I tied. Let's see. Yep, looks pretty good. We didn't put a black base coat on there, so these aren't really the Crush 'em series jigs, but they'll be all right. I don't really care for that red string too much. I don't have a lighter handy. Sometimes if you got a lighter, like you can block like some of these block the chenille, and then you can light a lighter and it'll get rid of like all the little frizzy things. But I don't have a lighter handy at the moment, so we're not going to do that. That jig actually came out looking pretty stinking good. I actually kind of like that color now. I mean, I think that'll catch fish. 10 out of 10. Well, tell me what you think. Like I said, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think that'll hit all day. I think you'll catch fish with that. I think it will do. Oh, I'm dropping feathers here. I should have clipped up a whole bunch of these before I took off tying them, but clipped up a whole bunch of these feathers. But we didn't. Always room for afterthought. I appreciate it, Tennessee boy. We'll use some of these, this color on my, some of my upcoming videos too. I'll try them out in the creek, and I'll try them out at the city lake. This would probably be a really slapping color for the trout in the local city lake. That's 2 down. Throwing me off tying these different patterns, guys. Here, we just need to go ahead and clip some feathers. That'd make things go a lot faster. Throw that part in the trash. Cut out the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Throw that in the trash. Throw that in the trash. Yeah, we're set up now. We can get some jigs tied now. So you guys tell me, what do you prefer? Do you prefer soft plastics, or do you prefer feather jigs? Yeah, no doubt. I'll actually tell you a funny story about how I got started into tying hand-tied jigs. And it all started with this little hand-tied card. And it used to have different jigs in there. Anyway, I know they're not that, they're not that great at jigs. But they were hand ties that someone had gave my grandpa. And there was like 5 of each stapled in here. And I used to use these jigs, and I used to whoop the crap out of crappie and everywhere. I caught big crappie on them. And I started running low, and I had 1 of each, and I didn't want to get rid of them because I wanted to find someone else to tie them for me or something. And anyway, I ended up running into Ruben Flores and then watching a couple of his videos. And so it's these 3 jigs right here, the reason that I tie jigs, and I keep them over here just because it's kind of a cool, neat little reminder, My grandpa gave me these, and I saved those 3, and I had them for years. And, I didn't really know people that tied jigs or nothing at the time. And I ran into Ruben Flores, and then I was like, man, I can do that. So I watched some of his videos, and here we are. Ironically, my wife's grandparents, he's actually the one that gave me those jigs. I call him Grandpa too, but my grandpa, he owned a bait store in Chelsea. And then my wife's grandpa owned a worm farm, and so they had all kinds of fish and stuff. Her grandpa actually, her great grandpa, actually used to sell worms to Jimmy Houston. Had some kind of bait store. I forget if it was on Eufaula or where it was, but he had some bait store down here in Oklahoma, and they used to sell red worms to him. Oh, you're a moderator for Ruben? Yeah, he is a great guy. I like him a lot. He's a good guy. He is a good one. He definitely inspired me, that's for sure. He told me one time, I was on one of his lives, and he told me, I told him that he'd inspired me, and he told me that he knew he'd been seeing some of my videos and stuff. And he told me that he'd been following along as I'd been growing or whatever. And so he's like, but you were supposed to buy jigs from me, not start tying your own. He's a character like that. He's pretty funny. I met him in person at a boat and tackle show I think it was in Pryor. I missed it this year. I planned on going to it, but honestly, I had just got back from a vacation, and you guys know how life is sometimes. You can't go to everything, I was bowed up on a job, but that's over now, so that'd be all right. Be all right. Yeah, it's a pretty good tackle show. Honestly, a lot of people there gave me free stuff. There was different people there tying bass jigs and crappie jigs. And then there were some of the guys there that snagging stuff, like advanced angling and stuff like that. And the year before, when I was there anyhow, there were all people that I'd seen out on the water, but there was this one company that I need to go get his koozie and show you guys. Let's tie these jigs, and then one of you guys remind me. I'll show you the koozie. If you're from Oklahoma, or you're not from Oklahoma, he ties a really good bass jig. He does a really good job. They got hand-tied skirts, and I would tell you an honest review on the jig and how well it's held up, but it's been just hanging out in my house, so it's held up just fine. But he's a really nice guy, and they're hand-tied skirts, and so, anyhow. Yeah, I haven't went and flipped it around. I don't think I've honestly, I don't want to tell you that I have because I don't remember. I don't think I took it out and used it one time, but it is my favorite color, and he did let me pick the size, the weight, and everything, and he gave me a koozie, and so he was pretty cool. Pretty nice guy. Someone else, some other company gave me some crappie baits. I'm trying to remember who it was, and I can't quite place the name. I can't remember. But yeah, that tackle show is pretty cool. How do you whip finish? I will show you in just a second. I'll try to bring the camera in closer and break it down for you guys step by step. This to me is the most important part. You could tie a couple granny knots at the end and, you know, add some super glue and it would hold, but this base part and getting it really tight wraps and going all the way down and then all the way back up in tight loops, because if you don't, your jig will roll on the shank, or the body will roll on the shank, and I don't like that. And eventually it'll tear up the jig, and if you don't want to use super glue like me because you're lazy, actually, yeah, because I'm lazy, I only use the super glue on jigs that I'm selling. Jigs that are personal use or that I'm giving away, we are not taking the time to super glue each and every jig. And I haven't been able to find my favorite super glue. A lot of people like this UV glue. Yeah, hand tied, definitely. I like hand ties. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, I got a whole box full of Bobby Garlands and bonehead something or another. Headhunter? I don't know. I don't remember. Bonehead, I think it was. It's like stump jumpers, and I got all kinds of different stuff. But anyway, I like feather jigs better. But sometimes, you know, when you're fishing like a real snaggy area, and this takes me a couple minutes to tie each one, and that Bobby Garland, I get a whole pack of them for a couple dollars. Well, not anymore. And or little tube jigs. Sometimes when you're fishing like right in the brush, sometimes it's nice to have soft plastics because they're more of a sacrificial bait. I don't have anything invested in them as far as my time and stuff like that. I was tying these up to coax people to buy Girl Scout cookies the other day. I actually tied up, I don't know, I think I tied up like 30 of the Orange Crush 'em series jigs because I knew the lake was muddy because all the wind. And so I tied up like 30 jigs. I tied up like 3 sizes. And I actually went around the lake selling Girl Scout cookies to the people that were fishing at the lake. And if they would buy Girl Scout cookies, then I would give them jigs. And so, you know, it worked pretty good. Got to do what you got to do, and you got to get rid of them Girl Scout cookies. You know you don't want to be stuck with a couple $100 worth of them. And it also gave me a chance to promote my channel a little bit. So we got 5 of these. So we're whooping them out, guys. We got 15 jigs tied. We've got 5 more to go. I'm almost feeling like something white and minnowy. Like there's one guy I talked to this weekend. I'm feeling like Let's go with the black undercoat for the Crush 'em series. Let's go with the white chenille. And I don't know if I have 5 white jig heads or not. Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's do that. And Brandon Ledbetter, what? Let's see if we got some white thread to blend this all in. I'm not seeing any. I need to put these feathers up. I'm starting to get, my whole area is starting to get a little messy right here. It always does when I go from one pattern to the next. It always starts getting a little messy. So we might run, we'll just run gray thread. We're running have a good one, Dalton. I snagged one of Mr. Rubin's jigs this last weekend. I went waiting, LOL. I don't blame you. Have a good one, Tennessee boy. That's green, and I'm colorblind. I'm over here trying to read comments, and I thought I grabbed a gray spool of line, and I grabbed a green spool of line. And here's a gray spool of line right here. If anyone's just now hopping on here, what we're doing is we're tying up 20 jigs. And we've been doing this for, I guess, 81 minutes now. And we're going to go give them away to some random lucky person at the lake. Some random lucky person. You know how cool that's going to be? If you're just thinking about it right now, and you didn't know it, and you were fishing, and you were at a dock, and you were just chilling, and all of a sudden, somebody randomly just walks up to you and then gives you 20 free hand-tied jigs. That's potential savings of $60 to $70. So that's pretty cool. I don't think that's ever happened to me, but nevertheless, it's a rough world. Let's do what we can to make it a better place. We shall do our part. One, two, 3, 4. Trash. Trash. Here, let me hold this up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Good luck on your next fishing trip. Thank you, I appreciate it. So I'm going like half an inch down, not exact or nothing. Snip. Half an inch. Snip. Half an inch. Snip. Then I'll throw it away when it starts getting too thick. You could use the feather off of there if you wanted to. I'm choosing not to because I got 9 billion feathers. Although I probably should start saving them, I guess, since bird flu or something. I don't know. Might be an influx on feathers next. Even though I'm pretty sure these are like their down feathers. They're not like their main feathers, so I think these feathers happen first, but I'm not really sure. And for all I know, they come off a goose. I don't know. I have no idea. They come off the marabou bird. They come off the crappie jig bird. Heck yeah. Good old sport of fishing. Oh yeah, that gray's gonna look just fine on there. That's gonna be minnowy. Except for I forgot to add a black base. We'll tie the next one with a black base and see what it looks like. For now, we're just gonna run this one. We already came too far to turn back now anyways. I don't know if this piece of chenille is going to get it. I don't know if it's going to make it to the end. We are going to try. It's a pretty short piece, guys. Yeah, get out of the way. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We'll make it just fine. Yeah, that minnowy body, guys, this is gonna be pretty sick. I don't really tie like solid colored jigs for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because fish like contrasting colors, or maybe it's because I like contrasting colors. I don't know. I think there was a reason I didn't like using this gray thread. Like all fly tying threads and jig tying threads, they're not all the same. They're not all created equal. And there's something about this thread that I don't like. I don't remember. I think it rips really easy, honestly. I can't remember. It's been so long since I used it. But that came out pretty good. I mean, that'll imitate a little white minnow perfectly all day long. Should be pretty good. Yeah, wait till you guys see this pile of jigs we're about to give away. This is going to change somebody's day. And let's see. You guys remember what this white one looks like. Remember what this white jig looks like. Now watch this. This little bit of black. I mean, I don't know. Once it gets wet, it doesn't show up that much right now. Order some Versus thread. Does Ruben sell that? I've been meaning to order some stuff from him. He's got some pretty cool chenilles and stuff. And I just haven't got around to it because I got so much stuff that I already bought. And if I add a bunch more stuff in my living room, my wife is going to kill me. But I want to buy some of Ruben's chenilles. He's got some really cool stuff. And I do need to get some more thread because honestly, I'm going to have to get some more chenille too. The orange is my favorite color, and it's down to the bottom of the spool. So I've got probably 5 or 6 jigs left to tie with it, and then I'm out of orange, and we can't have that. Then all I will have is the this fluffy kind of chenille. I've got a bunch of it left, but I really like using it for quarter ounce jigs and 1/8 ounce jigs. Oh, you're also a moderator for Ties Flies. Okay. Well, Dalton Odom, we might have to make you a moderator on my channel if I ever grow big enough to have a moderator, I guess. There was one point where I had some moderators, and I used to get like I've had some lives that had like 20,000 views or something. And I used to get people commenting all kinds of like weird stuff on here. And so I used to have a moderator, but this is the first live I've done in a little while. But I'm going to start doing it more routinely. I'm so close to getting monetized on YouTube, and I literally just lack watch hours. But it's like every time I get on a roll with doing things right on YouTube, something pops up in life, and but I'm pretty determined this time. I want to push through whatever hurdles pop up in my way, and I want to get it done this time. I have earned it. I've been doing this for 4 years, not the jig tying in specific, but here, I'll just go ahead and I'm going to add you as a moderator, and then yeah, I'm going to add you as a moderator, and then because you never know. If you want to help out, I'd appreciate it. And then Remind me in one of my up and coming lives. We'll do some giveaways on the lives. I'll do like, I don't know if you've ever watched a bunch of my lives before, but my old lives, I used to tie a lot, and then I would give them away. I would give like 5 or 10 jigs away to the people watching me tie jigs. And those channels used to get wild, or those videos got wild, because I would like, sometimes I would have like 300 and something people watching. And then I would go to do the giveaway, and I would do a random number generator, but I would tell someone to guess a number, and if they guessed more than one number, then it would jack me up, and I would have to keep going through there and find someone that only guessed one number, because it's not fair if someone guessed 5 numbers. But when they would start guessing numbers, my comments would stack up so fast, and I'd have to go through there and try to pick out who actually won, because I would disqualify them if they guessed more than one number, because it wasn't fair to the people only guessing one number. And then I still have postage stamps actually left over from that. I did it for a while. I did it for a good while. And I would mail out jigs, and one guy ended up actually buying a bunch of jigs from me. I think he bought like 60 of them. Yeah, I still have a bunch of stamps left over from when I did that. It was pretty cool. I'll probably do that again, but where I was going with that is you moderate for me, and that's like a real job when I'm doing giveaways. And you'll have to help me to disqualify people. I don't know if we can block people and not block them permanently. Okay. Yeah, and I don't want to like block them permanently or punish them permanently, but I want them to be blocked for that day for sure. But what I was going to say is I'll tie you some jigs and send you some jigs too for doing that for me, because it really is a job, because on those giveaway videos, they get a lot of views. But today I was going to do that. I was going to do a giveaway video and give them away to the viewers. But honestly, I want to bless somebody else where I don't have to go deal with the headache of filling out an address and going and reading an email, because I don't put out my address on here. Yeah, they only have a certain amount of time. I know you can hide them for sure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that'd be perfect. But yeah, some people are real jerks on there, and then they'll get mad at me when I call them out for trying to cheat too, and that's a pain in the butt. All right, here's one with the black in it. I'm gonna hold them both up. All right, there's the one with the black. And then here's the one that's just white. Me personally, I'm favoring the one on the left, or maybe it's on your right, I don't know. I'm preferring the one with the black. Working on all chartreuse jig now. Heck yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Try if you have a little bit of black, try putting down a little bit of black. When it gets wet, you'll barely be able to see that black, but it gives it a little bit of, I don't really know how to explain it, but you'll like it. You will like it. You will not be disappointed. Ty's Flies goes hard on these, on the live videos and the shorts and stuff. He is a freaking hammer. Yeah, I'm a big favorite of that one too. It takes a little bit more time to add in that third feather. But when the end result is that good, you know. I think it gives them something different to look at too, versus looking at the same basic hand ties that, you know, everybody else is tying. Ruben's really good at setting himself apart. He is a master. And see, he uses that tinsel, which I think looks really awesome. But I use a tinsel chenille. And so, like I said, I just try to make my stuff a little bit different than what's already out there. And so I don't want to exactly copycat anybody. And so I try to have my own style. But Ruben is the master for sure. I think he used to be the best. He sold for a bait store that's local to us called Nabatac, or he tied for him rather. And I think his jigs were the most popular. They all tied for the same company or something like that. They all tied for Nabatac. There was a series of guys or a group of guys, and they all tied for that Nabatac. But now Ruben's jigs are in Ruben has jigs and shills. I don't even know if it's just Ruben tying anymore. If it is, he is a jig tying fool. He is a jig tying fool. I mean, he has literally shills stocked. He has the Tackle Bandit stocked. I'm sure Nabatac. I can't even name all the places. I've seen them somewhere else too. But Ruben has jigs literally everywhere. And if he's selling at shills, I don't know if that's a nationwide thing or a Tulsa thing. Oh, really? Arkansas will be the #1 state? Yeah, that's crazy. See, I don't even know if he's tying all by himself anymore. He's like, he has it going on. He's tying a lot of jigs. But selling at shills, you know, that's crazy, dude. He made it. That's like, I want to say he's at Bass Pro Shop too, but I'm not 100% sure. It seems like I've seen his jigs there, but I don't remember. Been a while since I've been to Bass Pro Shop. But I was shocked when I went to Shills, and he had his own whole section. It was like, I'm pretty sure his section was bigger than the 6th Sense bass fishing section. All right, we got 2 more jigs to go. Now, yeah, that'd be here where I'm at. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's cool though, is it not? That's freaking wild. And that's still a bunch of jigs by like volume for him to tie all by himself. Like, that's a lot of jigs. That's a huge section. But I know he's a hammer too. He's really, really fast. Like, I've almost got 20 jigs tied, and it's been 98 minutes. I've almost got 100 minutes into tying 20 jigs, which I've been BSing and shooting the smoke, but when a guy's a hammer, you got to give it to him. Yeah, it's really awesome. One more jig after this one. I remember he was, someone had asked him to tie his version of the electric chicken. And I don't know when he started tying it, but I was watching one of his videos the other day. I was at work, and I wasn't really watching it, but I was listening to it. And I guess he came out with his own version of that electric chicken. But that was cool that I'd heard someone ask the question about him, what if he would tie his own version of it, and now he's got his own version of it. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm still new to tying, and I started back in September just to learn something new and have something fun. Oh yeah, Dalton Odom, this is there ain't nothing wrong with it. It's it makes me happy, like, you know, when your mind's on fishing, but you really can't go fishing. Say you've got the kids around the house or the weather's not permitting. It feels pretty darn nice to sit here and think about fishing and tie up jigs that I intend to use to catch fish in the future. And so it's pretty rewarding, and it feels really good. Like that, the 2-pound trout that I caught the other day, I would have to say that's my most rewarding fish yet. And I've caught bigger fish. Shoot, I've caught catfish on these jigs. Yeah, it's very therapeutic for sure, no doubt. I've caught catfish and all kinds of stuff on my jigs. Largemouth bass out of creeks. We're gonna have to retie that knot because it just busted free. That's what I was saying about this gray thread. It breaks really easy for some reason. That's why I don't like it. And it's always when I'm trying to tie the knot, but it's only this gray thread. All my other threads are all good. This one just is weird. I don't know if it's a different batch of string or something. But anyway, that trout was just pretty rewarding. It was pretty cool. And my daughter being there in the background was priceless when she was saying, "Can we eat it? Can we eat it?" And I was telling her, "Baby, we got to get it up on the ground first." Let's tie one more. I want to get one wet, and then I want to show you guys what it looks like when it gets wet, what I'm talking about with adding that black feather in there. It like just makes it not so flat white. It'll add little, I don't know how to explain it. Like crappie aren't just solid white, even if they're a white crappie. They've got different colors mixed in their fins and stuff like that. And the way I want to explain it is it gives them volume. Like they're just not so flat looking jigs. But that's not the right word because it doesn't make them any more dense. But it does something that I can't explain. Definition, that's what we'll go with. It adds definition, adds character. And I like it. I think you guys will too. Unfortunately, I'm about to have to get off here because of my phone will not get service on the way to the lake. And so I will bring my DJI Osmo camera and I'll record it. And if you guys want me to, I'll just go live. You guys tell me right now in the comments, do you want me to just go back live when I get to the lake and do the giveaway? Or do you want me to use my DJI Osmo, my action camera? I'm not saying all those words. Do you want me to use the action camera and just make it a short video? Or would you guys like to see the live reaction of the person getting the jigs? Because I'll do it either way. I just don't get that good of service, and I'll lose you guys on there's a road between my house and the lake, and I'll lose service because I don't get service on that road. And I probably shouldn't be driving around doing live videos, but I'm sure somebody does it. So I don't know if it's that big of a deal or not, but I don't want to get hate comments for driving around with the shooting a YouTube live. Anyway, someone just let me know if you want me to do the go live when I get to the lake. I don't have a problem doing it. I'll show you guys the handful of jigs we've got to give away. And we'll take one of these to the tank real quick and give it a plunge so that way I can show you what I'm talking about. And I actually have, this is going to work out perfect. Because I tied up one of these white ones, and if you remember at the beginning, I didn't tie it up with no black in the tail. And so I can show you the comparison of what they look like. And then we're going to go give these jigs away. But I'm going to need one of you guys to comment whether you want me to be live giving the jigs away or whether you want me to just do it on my action camera. Like I said, to me, it doesn't matter either way. All right, guys. Let's pick out that white jig without the black and the feathers. We're back? Yeah, we're back. Okay. We're going to have to find some fishing line. Oh, what do you know? We got some 4-pound test vicious. I'm going to stand you up right here. And what we're going to do, turn on this fish tank light. Okay, we got that light turned on. That blue cat does not like the light, and the flathead has the only hole taken up, and he runs the blue cat out of there. We're going to tie on this jig. The action camera should be fine if you don't have good service. You're good either way? Okay. Thank you, Dalton Odom. But anyway, we're going to tie this jig up. We're tied on here. And we're going to see what they look like in the fish tank, side by side, one with the black in there, the black base, and then one without the black base. And you don't even have to use a black base. You could do gray or pink, or you could do any color you wanted to. I just happen to like a black underlay. Okay, so we got the black one on the left and the white, solid white on the right. Okay. That's the white. There's the one with the black. See, it has a little bit more color to it, and it's easier to see. It shows up a little bit better. See, with showing up against the rock instead of that blanket. Now we'll do the white in front of the rock. Hi, blue catfish. He's a camera hog already. Now we're going to try and do them both at the same time so you can see them side by side. Which one would you eat if you were a crappie? Would you pick the one with the black in it or the one with just the white? Me, I'm going for the one with the black. The little blue catfish is getting excited. What are you doing, camera hog? What are you doing? All right, guys. We are headed to the lake. I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you guys give me like 30 minutes, I got to reheat my dinner because I didn't eat it. I just jumped into doing that live with you guys. I still got my dinner right here. I'm going to reheat my dinner. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to drink a bottle of water, and then we're going to pack up these jigs. We're going to take them to the lake. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. Have a good one.